obviously we've talked about reporting and tracking tools in this. So you want to make sure that the system that you're going to look at is going to give you all the information that you need about the search that you set up, the information and the locations that you did search, and then the results of those search. Some tools you've got to kind of make that, you've got to build that yourself, and there's other tools on the market now that have very nice PDF reports that come out. Those are kind of static, you don't have the flexibility that you might want to make some adjustments to it, but you need to decide which is going to be the most appropriate for your situation. I was asked to also kind of give you some ideas of different tools that are on the market, and although you saw Kurt hand me a couple dollars here for talking about autonomy, I can assure all of you that he'll be waiting in the shadows in that parking lot across the street to hit me upside the head and get those $2 back. Without shilling for any one particular vendor, I wanted to share with you some of the different products on the market. Starting initially with forensic collection, the NCASE tool set is a tool set that I've used a great deal, that I have a great deal of faith in, and I know many people do as well. That's not to say that there's certainly other products on the market, but guidance, that was a core competence for guidance for a long time. So the NCASE tool set is a very solid tool set. As far as engines which are purely search and culling, I listed out 3 here to share with you, and I kind of started from the 4-digit expense to the 5-digit to the 6-digit expense. So the first software I want to share with you is a product called Discovery Attender. It's made by a company called Supp, and it is I would say it's a tool that if you've got some technology in your background, if you're comfortable with browsing Windows Explorer and moving from folder to folder doesn't scare you, and you can kind of go throughout your network drives, all the network drives that you've got, the Discovery Attender tool is a tool that you could probably get comfortable with in less than a day. It's a tool that will search your Exchange servers, your PST files, your active tools. They've also got search engines for Lotus Notes and Domino as well. Is that what you? Oh, okay, right. But it's not the kind of tool though that's going to allow you to have 10 or 15 different people look at the search results that come out of it and be able to tag them. Oh no, this is confidential. This is privileged. Now this is non-responsive. It's simply a tool that's going to do some searching for you and then allow you to export out those results. And then from there, you've got to put it into something else if you're going to do a more formal review and tagging of the documents. The next tool is a product called Clearwell. This is a web-based tool, and it's a tool that has an excellent interface to it. It'll again go out, search your PSTs, your NSF files, your active files. It's a tool that can be used in a static form, so I've got this 100 gigs and you point it at it and it's going to present that information to you. It's also a tool that will allow you to point to an active Exchange server and look at information as information is developing on that network share or on that Exchange server. Very good for tagging, creating tags on the fly, and then for lit support people like us, there's some very good tools in there to allow us to bucket and assign documents for review and then keep track of what the actual review process is, how are people progressing in the review at hand. And then the third example, autonomy. Kurt has been sharing some of the information about autonomy with us. Autonomy, a very powerful engine. It's something that I would kind of classify as an enterprise type search tool, although as all vendors are, they're kind of adapting to the environment. I know that they've got some tools out now that don't necessarily demand that you have 2 or 3 terabytes in order to use it. But it is the kind of tool that if you have multiple terabytes, it's a tool that's going to help you get through all of that information. So those are 4 specific pieces of software that I wanted to bring to your attention. Final piece on search and culling tools. Make sure that you don't actually accidentally walk into getting a processing software. I've seen some situations where people have gone and procured like an eCapture or a law, thinking that those tools will do searching for them. Those tools will certainly do searching for them, but it's static information. You take this 10 gigs off the network and now I bring it in and now I'm set with that static 10 gigs of information. Those tools are best for processing not necessarily your best options for doing searching and calling of information. And then finally, we listed out some web links, and I don't know if that's up here, but there we go. Some helpful websites to guide you along the way as you're evaluating search and calling tools. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. That was very, very good. I appreciate it. The one thing that I want to end the panel with is know what you need to do, folks. We've talked today about searching your network, doing your searches before you're pulling anything off of your network or local drives. You can do these searches after it's gone into a tool, a review tool. There's several different ways to do it. And I encourage you to do your research, do your homework, because you know what? There's no magic bullet. There's nothing out there that's going to find everything that you want to find each and every time. So you just need to be very careful with what you're working with and what you make sure you know what you need to do. And with that, I'm going to thank our panel very much for your time and
we wanted to do a, I need IT people. Help me figure out how to turn a microphone on. First of all, thank you all so much for coming, and please, please, please fill out the evaluations you have. You can leave them on the table, or you can, it'd be helpful if you actually just throw them on the table at the back when you leave. But we wanted to give you all some time to ask questions. I've got the committee up here, the folks who planned the entire event, and we're up here to answer questions. So any questions you have or any feedback you have about this meeting, because ultimately we're hoping to do another one next year, and so any feedback that you can give us to improve would be wonderful. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly is ILTA is now, I'm sure all of you are familiar with ILTA, but we're now getting ready to start up a new kind of era where we're going to have topic-specific city reps. And one of the topics that they have selected is lit support. ILTA is piloting right now getting lit support city reps in each city, and that those folks will host monthly meetings or every other month or however it works out. So I'm the national liaison now to recruit those people. So if you have interest in hosting lit support meetings in your area, please let me know, give me your card, and I'll be in touch. I've already recruited a couple, I think, for Cleveland and Pittsburgh. But if you're from another city and you think, gosh, I wish we could just get together once a month and have a roundtable about what's going on in lit support, I